Hi, and welcome back yet again to Teintes YouTube channel, and this is the second last video I'm gonna do about non-sanded pastel paper. I bought a pack of non-sanded pastel paper, 6 sheets, from Jackson's Art Supplies in UK. This is the 6th sheet that I cut in two like all the others. This is Canson methane pastel paper, 350 GSM. Now this paper has kind of a rough surface and a smoother surface, and I have actually by chance picked the smooth surface for this. I got lots of it lying around, not in exactly this color, but I prefer to use the smooth side for what I'm doing. I got one sheet of all the papers, but I decided to cut them in two, and then I do one piece where I test colored pencils, and the other I test what's it called? Soft pastels and oil pastels on. And this is, as I said, the last one. I'll pause the camera and make a sketch, and I'll get on with the colored pencils in a bit. So I sketched up a horse for this one. It was kind of inspired by the color of the paper, and this time I'll try and see if I can do things right. All the other times I've started with Pro Color, but I am going to start this time with the color soft, the soft pencils, and then go in and add details later on at the end. Need a brown earth. So I'll start roughly with the eye here. Get that in. That was too high, this eye over here, but hey. Got the nostrils, bottom of the lip here. So that's kind of the first outlines, and then we'll start adding a bit of color here. I'm gonna kind of do the base layers and the big areas with the soft pencil, because it gives off a good deal of color. So it's good for the overall stuff. And then later I'll go in and do detail work with the Pro Colors. This feels good to use with the colored pencils. It takes the color quite nicely. So and when drawing animals, it really helps if you put your pencil strokes in the direction of the fur, even if it's a smooth short fur like this, like a one blood horse has. still gives you the right overall feel of how things are. You can use jeepers, man. Sorry about my messenger going and the logo here in the background. Anyways, you can use OMS and stuff like this on this paper. It works just fine. I've actually tried it before. 2 seconds. There. I turned my phone off. So. So yeah, follow the direction of the fur. Yeah, the first layers here, they look really flat and more boring, but it gets better as we build up. I might, because this is a kind of an extensive drawing, I might have to pause the camera and do some work off camera. This is by far the most elaborate drawing I started in this whole series. And I've used quite a lot of my time up already. I have kind of a limit to how long I want these videos to be. So this first layer is basically straight coloring, and I'll pause the camera and come back. So that's magic. Here's the first layer, and we'll kind of go in and start to add some details and some shading here and there where I wanted. I haven't drawn this from a reference photo, so there's something wrong with that eye there, and I'm not entirely sure what went wrong. This eye is too small, that's for sure. I know how to fix that though. Just draw it bigger. Markups here. Yeah, this paper works just fine with colored pencils. I've done colored pencils on this paper before. It's the only type of the papers that were in that package that I actually have used before. And yeah, I really quite like it. I have bought lots of it, and I use it for all kinds of things. It's nice and versatile as well. So I've used it even for watercoloring. It's not a super good watercolor paper, but it, with a little bit of tricks and stuff, it can be used. I'll go what do you call this? A horse bangs? Forelock? I think it's a forelock. And it can take quite a lot of layering with colored pencils, this paper. So I have actually finished some colored pencil pieces on my Teintes from Canson. So I kind of knew what I was getting into when I started this, so that is also why I dare kind of start something that could be something that I would want to work on and finish. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this paper. Otherwise I wouldn't have bought so much of it. And yeah, it was just a pack of that in that pack. So I'm putting it in the test video. It's looking awful for you guys to see it. I have to say, of all the papers that were in there, for colored pencils, this is my favorite. Yeah, my cats are kind of making noises. They do not appreciate that I closed the door to the living room so I could film in peace, but my husband was also being a little noisy. He's busy with supper and talking to me and talking to the cats and stuff. So when I'm done here, I'll go talk to all of them. Ignored the cats for about half an hour or so. Now, of course, I'll zoom in and I'll show you. Come on. Because it is a textured paper, you can see the texture through the drawing. So that you have to like that, or use some OMS to get rid of it. I'm trying to do some of the details here with a Pro color. Try and feel that this works okay. Yeah, it's a good paper for colored pencils, provided you like the rugged look. So, absolutely a yes. That I over here is totally wrong. But absolutely a yes to colored pencils. I got 3 pastel pencils here that I used to do a little bit of a shell on another piece of paper, and I'll try that again. Kind of at least the idea of it. Can't really see it, but that's because that was nearly the same color as the nearly the same color as the background. This looks more like a deformed cake, but it's okay. This actually works okay with the pastel pencils as well. The Teintes is the fibers in here are kind of hard, so you can't easily flatten them. So you don't accidentally burnish it. So it takes a good deal of use, and these are really hard and scratchy. So they have been really hard on the surface of some of the other papers. It's maybe not quite as tough as this, but yeah, this works okay. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. So it gets okay to pastel pencils. So we're getting close. Thank you for watching this video. My next and last pastel paper test, at least for the non-sanded, will be with oil pastels and soft pastels. So I'll change my setting and I'll film that. You will get another video. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.